Hey, you guys, it's Debbie from My Vagabond Style, and I'm here today with week 14 of the Marguerite Miller Challenge. And if you want to see what others are doing, search the hashtag 2024 CW14 for this week. But I'm going to be working today in the Canson mixed media pad that I have. I've done several of them in this before, and let me get to the right page here. Okay, so we're going to do it this way. This is the size is 9 by 12. So it's a larger, nice large pad to work with. And today I'm going to be all about the layers, I think. So our prompts today are something you see through a window. These mountains will be in there. I had this cut out from another project and I think this will work. And then something with wheels. It's going to be about Vegas, baby. Vegas. So there's the wheels, the old Stardust. And I'm not going to use a map. Let's see, I'm going to trade it out for the bonus. Something that uses electricity, we're going to go with Dean Martin at the Riviera. And then something with a bit of orange. Well, I found something with a lot of orange. Isn't that fabulous? I love it. The thing that I thought was so funny is look at this carpet. Like it's all different levels. I think that might be quite dangerous at a cocktail party. Just saying. And then the bonus was a name. Well, we've had a name on those other signs, but I'm going to go with Sinatra on this sign at the Caesars. So let's see what we can come up with. This this scene right here is a bit smaller, but I'm just going to put it right smack in the middle and go with that. So I do need to mark how big I'm going to have this. I'm going to cut. Am I going to cut this off or leave it framed? Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut around this. I'm only gonna leave what's here in the living room. I do wanna leave these lines for the windows. So I'll do that. I'll leave those tiny lines right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. Okay, you guys, I did a bunch of fussy cutting and I think I'm ready to kind of start layering this. I just wanted this sky up here, so that's kind of why this thing is in the very back. And for now, I'll put a little glue stick on here. And we'll try to make this work. Okay, just to hold it. All right, so here's what I did with the living room. I'm gonna put it right here and kind of layer in what I want. And then I'm gonna cut off this top part, I think. That's the plan. Let's see what happens. And I hope I have that over far enough. Just to be on the safe side, I think I'm going to move it just a hair so that it's even with that side. I'm not sure if I'm going to need it to the very end or not. To the very edge, I should say. All right, let's get our orange living room here, our super groovy orange living room. And I'm just going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little glue stick right here. Maybe a little bit right here. All right, so I'm sitting here looking at all these Vegas images, and it reminded me of the first time I ever did the slot machines. My aunt, who's like maybe She's 11 years older than me, and she was always like in trouble. So she took me to Laughlin, and which my grandma lived in Kingman, so it was like right across the river. She took me to Laughlin. I was not old enough to gamble, and so she took me in there, and she said, "If you hit any jackpot," she dressed me in like her sunglasses and like an old lady sweater, and and she said, "If you hit anything on the slot machine, just move down and I'll slide in there." This was, before all the cameras and all that stuff, right? And so I like hit something and I go flying, like make a big deal out of it, right? I go like running away from the slot machine. Yeah, I was not very, very cool about it. And it was like $10 or something ridiculous. But when you hit $10, the slot machines would like go completely berserk, like it was a big deal. Ah, good times. My aunt lived with us for a little while, and there was lots of shenanigans going on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. We've got to have the Stardust in here. I'm just kind of setting them in. I kind of have an idea. I did audition them to see where I wanted them. I liked this right here. I think I need to move it over a bit. I don't know. Anyway, so what is Vegas without Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and Sammy Davis, right? They have to come in. And so they are going to be looking through the window. But I just need to figure out where I want these, where I want them. Um, hmm. And so I'm going to cut this top part off once I get everybody positioned here. And they don't have any legs down here, so I'm going to have to move them just so they're like kind of right behind there. Peeking in the window, kind of creepers. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and that one's glued down. This one, I kind of want it butted up right against there. But I want you to be able to see the cars because that's the something with wheels. So there's trucks back here you can see. Actually, there's a car right here too. Do I want them here or on the other side? I had tried them over here, but I do like them better on this side, so we're going to leave them here. Dean Martin, I kind of want your name to be showing. Even if I cut off part of the sign, that's okay. So let me put just a little bit of glue behind here. I want to hold this one in place. Now, I'm putting a little bit of, I don't think it went out. If I do this though, I'm committing to exactly where it is with that silly art glitter glue. I want it down so that the street is right here. And then maybe butt it up against there. Okay. I'm going to go with glue stick just because I'm a little nervous. Okay. And then these guys, put them right about here. Again, a little more glue stick. I'm wondering if I should cut this little part off right here. You're not, I mean, I would have to cut it right here anyway. I'm going to do it because I think it's going to look a little cleaner. Let's start way back here. I remember my grandma was so funny. She would like to do the slot machines, and if she was doing really well and you were standing there, she wouldn't let you leave. But if she was doing bad, she had no problem with telling you to go away. Mm. Okay, I think that looks a little better. And that way I can get the Riviera in there and the whole Dean Martin right there. If you guys are like too young to know who these people are, you should look up. There's like old Dean Martin movies that I absolutely love. I forget he would played like it was almost like a 007 character, but I can't remember Matt Helm. Matt Helm, you have to go watch the Matt Helm. I think they have maybe some on YouTube, but they're really good. Or maybe I just at least remember them being really good and they weren't. Probably because I was half in love with Dean Martin, who wasn't. He was like not in his he was like after his prime of all of his movies and stuff when I was young. But I always liked old movies. So I was a big fan of him. I was kind of an old soul. I'm going to tack this down. Maybe. Oh, I was watching Barbie over at Nellie Ruth Designs the other day, and she was saying to have a eraser and stick the pin for your art glitter glue in the eraser. And I was like, oh, that is such a good idea. I have this eraser. I could put it in that. I'm going to try to do that. I'm tired of losing the pin. You just have to do it all the time. Okay. Don't know if I'll do it all the time, but I would like to try. Okay, so now this part, I'm going to cut. Actually, I'm going to tack these down real quick. And of course, there is one more character that I'm going to bring in here too. Oh, gonna make that window pane look a little bit straight. It's not quite straight, is it? Yeah. No. You know what? It's just what it is. Okay. All right, we're gonna put Dean's head down here. He's getting a little wild. Okay. Doesn't have to be a lot right here, just enough to hold it down. It's almost falling off. Okay, I have another. Oh, see, I didn't put the pin in. That worked for 5 seconds, Barbie. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, put the other part of the window on. And then after that, I'm going to cut the top of it off above the window frame. So, hey, you guys, thank you for commenting on my puzzle piece slash paper pieced collages. I have had so much fun doing them, and people seem to really like them. I'm absolutely thrilled at that because, you always want to do what you love, and you should just do what you love. So, I'll be doing more of those. I think that's pretty good. It's not quite touching there, but all right, I'm going to cut this side off right here. Go right up against the window frame. And then I know that you think behind the Caesar sign it looks a little weird, but I'm going to fix that. Hopefully. Shouldn't put this down. Yeah. Okay, so I had this extra mountain and I was hoping that it would look okay behind here. I'm going to have to cut this exactly like a sharp edge right there to butt up against it. And then that way it looks like it's still the mountain behind there. And this part, I think I just need to make it look a little curvy like a mountain. All right, so let me put a little glue back behind here. And then a little behind here. Awesome. Okay, now I had this little piece right here doesn't have the window frame. So I had cut out a little piece and we're just going to work it in like it is part of the top of the window there. Okay, I'm going to cut that off and then I'm going to add the last element here. So of course they have to have a pretty girl. There she is in her living room. I love her. So we're going to put that right here. And it's so interesting. Everybody does collage differently. Like I like to make these little scenes, and other people just like to, do I want to say normal collage, a regular collage where you have different elements that kind of just cohesively look beautiful together. And I love those too. I just tend to do more of these kind of surreal. I mean, there's nothing like super odd about this one, but I just aesthetically like it. So now I can put this right inside the book. And let me go over the prompts real quick. Something you see through a window. Well, you can see signs, billboards, you can see mountains. Something with wheels. We've got a car right here and some other trucks and cars back in the background. A map, I didn't use that. I traded it out for the bonus, which is a name. We've got Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra right here. And then something that uses electricity. We've got these billboards, all kinds of billboards. Vegas is infamous for the electronic signs. And then something with a bit of orange is this living room with a lot of orange. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's collage, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.